homie Yafeyo, who was like the brother, he was Gaddafi from the Outlawz. He called me, him and Castro was like, look, man, Pac said come to New York City. He's coming to New York City. I went to New York City, man, and Pac was working on Me Against the World album. I got on the album with Pac, man, and I was a youngster that was like, look, man, do I go to school or do I go to the music industry? And I chose the music industry. And from 10th grade on, I was involved in the music industry, man.
When I was coming up, I never knew how young y'all was, you know, because I was, I would listen to whatever my brother was listening to. So my brother, he was big in the Death Row era, so, you know, everything that he was listening to, it caught my ears, you know. So, and then when I got older, I'm looking like, oh, man, they was about 15, 16 years old.
Young, man. We was 14, 15. I think I was about, when I first met Pac, I was only about 13 years old.
Dang.
You know what I mean? Pac died when I was 17, about 4 years later. He was, you know what I mean? So we was youngsters, man. We was youngsters, Aki. We was like babies, really.
Yeah.
But we had to be mature, you know what I mean? We had to carry ourselves like men, especially when we went to Cali, man, because out there them jokers wasn't playing. They don't care you. They don't care your age, you know. A 30, 40-year-old man, matter of fact, a 12-year-old boy will put a bullet in you the same way it is in Detroit, you know what I mean?
Right, right.
Jersey and stuff like that, man. It's sad, you know what I mean?
Dang, even like in the industry, people in the industry know slang.
In the industry, it was cats that, you know, everybody want to bring their boys from their hood around.
Oh, yeah.
So in the studios alone, in Death Row Records, man, it was filled with Bloods and Crips. You understand? Snoop would be in the studio with a studio full of Crips, Suge Knight homies walking around, they Bloods. You know, they don't really like each other. They just there for the sake of business.
Right, right.
You know what I mean? It was crazy, man.
Yeah, I didn't know about none of that till I grew up. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the internet, it was like it wasn't around. So a lot of that stuff, I guess if you weren't there, you didn't see it. So
for sure, man.
I just want to talk a little bit about like your style as an artist. It was like a lot of the things that you put out, and you know the Outlawz and you know Tupac that y'all put out. It left a lot of y'all vulnerable. It was like y'all was telling, you know, everything that y'all was going through. And I just want to know, you know, if that was like on purpose. Is that what y'all intended to do?
We wanted to, man, at that particular time, you know, of course, we didn't have any guidance. Of course, you know what I mean, like true guidance from Allah, from the Creator, how to live our life. But we were trying our best to be positive for the youth. You know what I mean? At least that's what we wanted to do. You know,
yeah.
All the way down to us, like even the Outlaw name, it stands for operating under thug laws as warriors. And we didn't really want to come off like we gangsters and stuff like that. We tried our best to put a message out there, but unfortunately, we was lost ourselves. You understand? But we tried our best according to what we thought was correct. You understand? What we thought was correct, we tried our best, man. But we couldn't really reach the kids because we might say something positive one minute, the next line we disrespecting women. We talking about getting high, getting drunk. So we was confused, but at the same time, we tried our best.
Yeah. Did the best you could.
We tried our best, man. You know what I mean? Under the circumstance that was handed to us. And we was youngster. At the end of the day, we was kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even Pac, man. Pac passed away at 25 years old. I'm 38 years old. And I look at my mindset at 20, even though Pac was very mature, he was advanced for his age. And at that time, he was advanced. He was very mature. He had a different mindset than these cats you see nowadays that's 25 years old.
Man.
So now that I'm 38 years old, I look back and like, man, when Pac was talking about that and he was saying that, man, he was only 25. You know what I mean? He got it. That's young. You know what I mean?
That's crazy. Yeah, we kind of use him and y'all period is the, you know, standard. Like, man, if they was doing that at 25 and 19 and 18, what's our excuse, you know? So
yeah, man. You're right, man. But it's sad though now, like, you know, I don't listen to music or anything like that anymore, but I'm updated. I keep myself, you know, I like to be informed of what's happening. You know what I mean? And so, like, even looking back at the artists nowadays, I don't know what happened to the men. You understand? They're not even helping each other. They're not putting them positive out. Even if they putting some positive, it's just very strange the way me looking back at the industry and looking back at the kids nowadays. The situation at the end is strange, Aki. I went back last summer and I had sandals on. You know, coming from Saudi Arabia, I was wearing my sandals, and my brother's like, man, what the hell you wearing sandals, man? You might have to get into a fight out here. I'm like, man, I ain't looking for no fight, man. I'm positive, and I'm trying to stay away. He's like, man, but that don't mean everybody know you. He's like, you got to always be prepared. This is America, man, not Saudi Arabia. And I was like, you know what, man? I started thinking, like, unfortunately, even though we want to be positive and we want to stay away from that, but as men, we always have to be prepared. You never know what comes our way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you. That kind of go to one of the next things I want to talk about. When
Yes.
when y'all talked about that, living the thug life and all that. Did y'all ever come across people who wanted to kind of pull y'all card to see if y'all was really about that?
All day, every day, man. You know, even like all day, man. I don't remember there was a time that we had rest without having. We always had to prove ourselves. You know what I
Mm.
mean? With Pac, I remember Pac had 2 strikes, so he was worried in California. And
No.
it was an instant. I remember we was driving down the street, and Pac, I was in Pac Rolls Royce, me, Castro, Noble, and Edie.